ha and I said look at Yabaka said allows the bit your mama so be say
o kan wen
o ade follow no
Asempa FM
follow no free such as cross you be twem
waka so betwem
o so be twem masa yen ka do kre
John Mahama
after that no cause sana no ade Kumasi Poly
Ghana Education Service and Secretariat over 100 over mama ho saying
mama me ho 85
the SEO Independence Square in Echi
obi the SEO Independence kwabrani and na tresika dem krofo gu bus ba be sa
Independence Square obi din krofo gu bus
retue buka
how
so we make traffic to my sister station no broadcasting but I don't say adwuma na ya no
but that's a serious allegation
I'm telling you we dey say baby kwabrani and na tresika say binu mesa
kwabrani ben no
se Ghana nsi the enfade mado no mayor president eje yida ekoso Ghana ensi emmo ne president o pay dinti ye nyina yemu no no kwa medi eje yida
na eno no ho
eno bi adwebody woni bi adwebody be kan ansa na ka Ghana
se obi afa nkofo kubasi
se obi afa nkofo kubasi kwaso koto for beti
eno ne the Minister of Education e catch Ghana
for dika be kan no se obomo ho no bebre yedum kubasi so mezi hwe enra party bako
yes
or said the communicators asibo munka we had bachelor wa ha also placement there is successful o man echo 75 to 80% nemu the ACO independence no be good placement anymore say as o ma mi mu na so wu a so e be the bedabika
no but the point ne say omo aba be gu ho a obi ne ba eye bema yama ne girls school obi oba yama ne boys school obi say
obi
of aboard in yama ne day I don't know genuine concerns
obi computer dey a case obi ye bema na obi oba and that form on the pakro failure and then the pakro ye mistake so you say computer is gibberish out
yes
school placement koji information from WAEC so we can notice errors if it's obi ha or take it tie shedi o shedi bema no shedi oba me ye humbi obi was a problem bibia ye be di hojuma na nyumu na atwa hia ho no obo be atwa hia ho uyi di per 100 bia emu aduokunu obanya school na omum school na omanya no obanya program na obumpe program no obanya no otusu day the day na mano enso se the upper body
na dwen asesa it cannot be say obi na ahye da so anwo abegu so omanya de omoye no they have concern
they say nipa be bre wo mu so a ya bobu pass obeye de obuye
enti yenim say social statistics na said ye waka no nipa bebre na enya placement and almost your mompe omaba be go Independence Square how that whole thing was managed especially enra to the extent say who some man for be trashy and all of that no was it pleasant say oti ministry na oti report na wenije
o TV na eja there efe nemum so nim the body for be so ya see e hehehdo obi last year hefa na ye no enyo
independence
on there WBC last year independence on there WBC so because adweboni woni paboni for be through okrom a o ntebase COVID 2016 mo problem google na mo hwe December na ye placement mo problem check here mo interview the year placement to 2016 or say we are just we are 3 times it didn't go school till December you refi 2017 the first time in over 10 years I be school aboarding day students they continue students in area akope 2018 we kope 2019 ye ka say ye be school o hwe kolado do a ye exams na obi your secondary school 721
yes
and kola a true exams no results why release by Abibiaye boko 520,298. 520,000. Uyi oma munya English enkuno, maths enkuno, enkunta enkuno frima. Omunye 38,355. Etinye wodipa 473,728 also pay school ma. Mene wo kasa ene ya pay school ama nipa 428,775.
Ah, no near schools or more choose.
One want to choose here. I don't know choose about. I had 90.5% of Encola. Oma nyan choose obu school a ye hwe say o data dey na wo computer so ye hu live nipa ba ko bia de ka ho a ye hu 44,753. Be do ka say ekofo. It is also the deeper 473,000 co school. Now the deeper 428,000 will be a place. O say at the end Obi. The case be accord the said the kepeno. And so we catch up with menu mienu, but the number we maui, a yard na enye. Nyantina NDC for send no communicators. Message. But we read actual, but the 12 people communicators platform so dra. Obi o man be na send the breme. Say yema basa no na enye news.
No, but
people say Obi.
Yes.
Last year you had way
Independence Square.
ABC.
Bibisa NC.
This year you had way
Independence Square.
Yeah, the deeper bahwa uwa bibia otiasia delay.
Yes.
Osi debi. Otiatia. A free say start here day. Ene me dey count to obi a ose enye school o sesa no odede odua abado echusu ye a obi dey echu school abado ofredo money in this time around they be catch it back say no kra na enye no kra enye possible so obi o CSSPS be choose school above obi
but honorable the I don't know say a fixation with the fact say obi na share a trying to make the ministry unpopular no an escape route from, because for example former coordinator of CSSPS meaning say unim na Dr. George Atabuatin unim no good wakase certain major changes within the system have contributed to the problems with student placement. Among the contributing factors no Dr. Atabuatin said could have been avoided. He highlighted the absence of a technical working committee, a supervisory body for the placement center, which has been dissolved since 2017.
Offer 2017 placement,
Muye placement.
Uti will be all.
Dabi.
2018 placement. Uti will be all. It's a technical working committee. It's that they we have. Said I saw no career no crack.
Yes.
I go say the way about 2017 to 2018. It doesn't add up. If you are paying the Juma Bodo, and then me baba me tunu ho, me buy no ni ho. It's a MPP for the be the me buy no ni ho.
But technical committee they were in place. They are
the technical committee. A official president for starting computer school placement, and the technical committee the year join no computer school. And they say they depend on placement, and they say a manual placement. Say Atabuati you can say technical committee for the placing for there, and then you know about 2 years. The technical working committee there about 2 years. What is the passion? Yeah, President Kufuor Bensudo, ne Dr. Somuamu ne, abayin na ne. Me ba office, me small back sasu bensa. So kobusa Dr. Somuamu because that software no, ewo omu.
Yes.
Ewo abayin. Say ye giant software ni use, and this is for fraba. You bet you say software ni hoju ana. Musa Max sasu bensa contact Dr. Somuamu office for Lagos de ni this ankomo we. I say there be this is a moment time answer because I don't be assessor. Software there between you use ya. It obviously they NSC.
But Atabuatin makes the point. Apart from working committee,
say Atabuatin as a local. On can check me say the time no one na technical committee no and the school
placement no. But the point say there has been a clear route of staff who had been trained in various data processing tasks over the past 13 years. Mapamu omunyina.
Tell me, ye be on church bi mu. What church bubu? They buy staff bakupe.
Yes.
You buy power. Staff bakupe. And then you the free ho and send a meba. Other Director General ho ko and you the free ho. If he said no more investigation,
yes,
and no more cost. And yeah, MPP they pay you the free ho. CSSPS they buy me you be free ho. It is be a second from GS.
Yes.
Not GS the second medal so now only one ye near di. It is data people don't can obobidi no musa for say minister me na me try let you be there. Obobidi.
But the point is that if indeed says
in fact for no question is I will say because the man can ntro.
Yeah.
And they say now obi wo contract on yes adwuma no munya technical working group of Ghana Education Service. A company and then for you buy a new by your or Akraksa. It's in no credit that said clear routing of staff on check the staff crew because NDC had given computer school placement to a private company to operate. It's your
But the point is, and this is a quote attributed to him directly.
Let me say,
as I speak to you today, with the exception of the secretary, all of them have been transferred. If you go to the secretariat now, we have new faces. It is only the secretary who is old.
When is secretary? Me call CSSPS. Because Ghana Education Service never did it. On Chevy. And I'm saying, on Chevy, the power of our said me at Opoku Prempeh. Me buy my being in the on Chevy.
But Sebase Obi one second man, none a time as son. Now say him say, oh, play critical role in department.
And then also define what you mean by critical role because computer placement that you can.
Yes.
Yeah, they are not private company. I'm better here.
Okay.
It is secretarial staff will be our GS. That GS or promotion and now baby, you didn't come baby. What a computer placement obey. Maybe I make a note, yes.
Okay. But
I tap what to do. So graves be a me come into so one the pamono, one the dear you free themselves. A time year by niente.
Much change software amode placement no.
What is software?
For this year?
The first time in the history, 90% have been placed. Software it today. It is a Toyota, now them go to Mercedes Benz and look at I
no, and you me question and me say
what
software for this year?
Say me Toyota.
Yes.
Now me use Mercedes Benz. O say be buy my packet Toyota go to Mercedes Benz to buy money.
Obianka so why money?
And make sure
even if software now.
Yes, the software has been changed for a better software. I'm telling you, and I'm this statistics about we. 2016, we said BB why for the self-placement. Ask them. There was nothing like self-placement. It took internet so called checking. 2016, year placement, no more science, first round, no more second round, no more third round. December, maybe go school. Didn't happen in 2017. Didn't happen in 2018. As we speak, 90% of people have been placed either through automatic placement, which was 74% of the people. Nipa 100 be a computer the place is 74. That Obi, Uko school nanya mark 74 a day.
It's a pass. What pass it?
Automatic.
Yeah.
Nipa Akado 26% na Akado. Omle self placement. So say Nipa 122,000 also self placement. Only 44,000 in Yanye.
Omunyanye self placement. Self placement, is it a function for just this year? And as last year.
Last year they started.
But say last year software and no year use.
And because say last year for only year the last 2 years, but last self placement in here.
Okay, last 2 years, not self placement.
So minister.
Yeah.
We are improving software.
And what was wrong with the software last year, and there was a sound for this year.
Yes, and yet what was wrong? Contractors are expire.
Okay.
Yeah, here bidding. Bidding. Last year they were part of the bidding process.
Okay.
From contract, from contract, yeah, here bidding. Man call for soul sourcing. You call for Omoma ye bida. Any Omomu ye bida.
Okay.
4 companies.
Okay.
And they tender. Obusi Omuna na ya na kofo no buka ho. Not time for we come home. Not 2 other companies come home. And we evaluation team it's last. And they got the best software. I'll tell you what has happened. And I make just say 90% of the people have been placed.
And the company being winning this bid process are okay.
You found the BK Grant.
BK Grant, a Ghanaian company.
Fully 100% Ghanaian company. None of the four look at a foreign company anyway.
Okay, all the four were Ghanaian companies.
Yes.
And a BK Grant winning. At what cost?
Less than 1 million cities.
Less than 1 million Ghana cities.
Yes.
And the whole software,
the whole thing
managing it and everything with their own staff.
Yes.
For how long?
For 1 year.
Okay, I'm going for this year.
This year.
Not
we have
year.
to renew because a management contract. If we continue next year, we'll sit down and negotiate management with them. With them.
And up until now, we are satisfied with your money so far.
100%. Let me tell you the problem that arose. Last year,
okay.
Last year, Busa Oba no mu say how many days they could turn on NITA, and how many times they could hacking into the system on NITA. Busa Oba no mu last year. We have to go and bring different software developers to come and help. If people want to know the truth. If people want to know the truth, Busa. This year, there are different modules of the software. Automatic placement are placing nearly 75% of the people. Monday and you may, Ekoka Tuesday and Opa, we realize the school sleep just started free secretariat. Yes, and to our headmistress free. Or see, all of a sudden, overnight, 97 more students have been placed in Yas and Toa. Broke capacity also. Prempeh College, 47. Holy Child, Achimota, Wesley Girls. So self-placement had been breached
by.
There are people over baby yet we catch your attempting to come into the system. It be free Ukraine, it be free Russia. We'll show it to you. People trying to be mischievous. So they protect the system with different firewalls. It doesn't mean that people are not trying. And then the moment we have self-placement category A schools which shouldn't be available. It needs after automatic placement, it needs a category A.
Available for self-placement. Obi found the day in Pue.
Okay. Well, I place it that. All of a sudden, all category A schools are being filled. Deeper 22,000 plus had within a few hours chosen those schools.
In the Honda who said the system has been
compromised. Director General came out. Said for the self-placement Abba down. Because there has been a problem. Within 24 hours, we brought the system back on. Annulled everybody because school be my maximum number of students will be and a program be as all your science ebia Opoku Prempeh college a bit for 1,000 science for year 500 arts for year 250 visual arts for year 50. All of a sudden after automatic placement for category 1 schools science no cry ma through self-placement obi a want to be unqualified because the marks no cry near high we in your school 97 Abba Yasantua. What would you do? So person who obi also go school be a self-placement be a yes say
yes
the self-placement form there. Obo say on the form who see a self-placement. Why you who track also? Why who date also go school also?
Oh, okay.
Correct to say obi a self-placement. Obo say a go so mama copies. What's the actual ego so? Automatic placement or self-placement or your green tracker now or your gold tracker true. That also go school true. So the only management decision that was taken was that obia okoye self-placement
within that period
annul it obia
enti enunti na ma omo ekoje prospectus eto ne oma de omo makoy head ne ka say
wo crack school one time ja omo automatic placement
head ne ka so omo ntimi nje won
because you wipe here no head no ni portal do be no eni hobio. That is the brilliance of the system. Et you call no we do self placement do koya the prospectus ma o tu e o buy no dini because headmaster no so roli wa or your system headmasters dey so hwe oh head the head porter it is your jewa your place wa e was our head porter no so it your corner or the form no man no cost system so do check it digitally it you koya no na ni headmasters porter no so bio
but no inconvenience to me without no fault of mine.
Yes but obi and I break into the system and the restore. It's yenja the sana obi. Should say you do career. Now say here to come back now could break ku viesika. Now yechiwa you be punish you beboa. So ko you don't vote now nim there because light off. What had happened is say now can this say for to be place you in school in the first schools. Obako place in Hokra na broso yasa toa. Baba example Prempeh 47 yes we can give you even more data. We have found it out. What remedial action? Yebo football don't be go on in Sasha. You go VAR. You disallow goal. Yes or no?
Yes.
So be go that's a foul that basa you go VAR. You nji go mo bi. Why? Because ultimately you want to do what is right. They also cost to hono and also call and yet they were far a quite boneso. All the but there was a breach into the man into me here day. Because the deeper the sediment chroma a true was say free education. I hope it's as well. Last year it happened, and this year it has happened. But this year we have recovered. Who breached in ye clear will be some schools ye free self placement because they shouldn't be there in the first place. And the just schools there can so be answer and could choose school of it.
Into a more through self placement, for example, within that period, copy infantepem and I asked Antoine said you're okay. Or sign back now or choose schools now. Yes, Antoine infantepem will not be available
because they shouldn't have been available to him or her at the first instance.
It is a Makoji prospectus at Tonioma. Maybe I'm a self placement.
Normal Benza.
Oh, so what Tonioma would you say
on Asempa FM?
To said day.
Nioma what prospectus?
Because and normal year school specific, no school in the demand. So do that.
Yes,
school uniform, school cloth, house jersey, school the demand. It's the day toy, and the idea be the draws are pants are pampas are cut out and like and no what be the school be and then restricted to fancy people. What in the picture? And normal year specific to school. School in the demand. You don't formal. It is all to a bucket. And I got to a seminar, and I got to a Chaliwati, and I got to the Okotoya. What will the school be?
Inti ene yenim se at the Independence Square. Jumedi no egusua air koso. In the end, I say what is happening there? Then no more horses here.
A deal also be
a solution center.
It would do us a bar. Yes, you'll be on for the placement forms. But Obi. And then depending on how can create.
Yes.
I check Ghana for crowd TV so. Obi o see ye nya bi onya hwe. Edu aminwe o ti studio bi. Papa bi wura ho. O say ye de back to say. Obo invest number dey change the oban in the first school. Afi no opacho. People about for who say computer and normal people were change that they ready. I had to see it. It's then your affair. Say papa penny bet me dey abufu. E dey atebdidi e free the odi beba no the baba ra studio na fe ye bebo ade de behwe do no na ye and then no sia and me duru adwumam me duru na mama bi de ba twins no mujira the office ba kwaja Wesley girls ba kwanya achibota o start you know say the answer na introduce achibota de amame na kola na jira ho and I'm say obana wenya Wesley girls no Obia di wa onya Wesley girls ne raw score oba na ogina ho no eye higher than obi o because the people be nya one nko anwotwe but one no say be 90% and they be the 60 eti ye the raw score say dey ehwe and me busa ni nua no onya yasa Wesley girls na so unu nua no when they nya higher raw score o say me and I busa the Bamilisi when say when they choose Achibota ma o se me na me choose here only say Wesley girls and they Achibota and the same category schools eti akola do anya Wesley girls body onya Achibota day because who choose see who day school yes we be out akola no be out here or ti Achibota na sabi where nya Wesley girls dey onya Achibota boni 18,000 people at the place we be call Achibota wakola no nim oja no mamine no ka che no mama say odwan dey choose Achibota dey mama say okay dey yakra to Achibota yenti Achibota bi I say I can't help it it is solution center no wo ho it is say akola bia o say oyo oba oko shedi o shedi bema
Asempa FM
ebi wo it is solution center no dey bar ye beje o ti ase ye bi ko office ye bi ko hwe how you meet me you school be any headmaster be din komo and that's the protocol for be din komo because I did protocol you be din komo near friend do washe baby and just said the ultra say obi get the third choice school I would want to choose here o say yen sister no for they call the first choice school obi say you obi the first choice school you see that say obi I started here as I'm sorry called secondary school of Ghana from 1960 and see that so be in school first choice open. See
but for these challenges I will come because run me statement or communications director at the buyer call Vincent Asefua now or parents solution centers nationwide in regional capitals won't be to me ako. Why yesterday? I didn't know.
Yeah. No speak with that.
It hadn't no be a free in the region about
the free. And you'll be a neighbor, a be baby, a be the regional one, solution center, no, say first of Eastern region, it be a solution center, local Kofrudian or someone or Baha a better. But I guess you are too at the call center number in Atuja again. Yeah, education, free centers for education, and then and Kofoso friend, and then be a cost of Ghana and Independence Center. Omomuti paga obetwi abaho omomuti wa obetwi abaho yes it ye be 60 solution centers and you open the bill you will call number 0307007777
Asempa FM
ofra krofotio wo po anaju 8 badopa po anaju 8 ye tie krofo ase. If you say, and yet they are obi man, obi, and they don't want man, a chiado, if you are a genuine. Because Nipa na be a independent square, Nipa 10 be a general, na in your school dada. Obi, you free here, go check it.
In 9 in your school dada.
Ah, person was a son, and that's on your day, a person was a son called body. And now your visual arts or person change ko business.
But sa avenue no ho sen ko for be ya.
Edi has to say ko school ho. Edi has to say o nyan krade won tete krade ana ya meboa. Edi ha. Because enya na o choose you. O be ye exams na o choose your person o ye. E dey choose school person o ko. And our the files no CSS.
Yes.
And a CSSPS for load here. And the software the full realm. And the Nipa 100 bia a passes a review. You not 74 and your own schools now choose no. Category A, category B, category C. Category D, the pure day school. Yes, we be and sana. Say choose day school a bell. Baby badu and to be a now boarding schools. They can one pa. And now Achibota no choose Achibota. And now choose body Wesley girls. And now when your Wesley girls body and now your Achibota deal. Obi body banners placement center.
Honorable, see a pair GS and Casa timetable on what they buy, Green track for no Echo School. That's Monday. Enra Monday. And Tuesday, Yimum.
And Tuesday.
And Tuesday, there was a green track for Echo School. Good. And it is here, Obia Onyani placement. I was say, oh, green track, no bedding.
I didn't do any placement. I didn't know who's so green tracks or your placement.
No, so I'm going to go a honor.
And I'm the fault. And I'm original. Una also won't pay school. Yes, in your school now. Obi for me headache. Because you obi a when you are free ho, and you be also the second choice of what you see. Or pay achibota. Then because you didn't go achibota, and you watch achibota so a seven make catch.
Placement.
But you understand? But you understand? You better say obi a person who go school, be choose school, be your school, be your quiet school. Me make you man. But we can't catch you say. Vacancies are on
Asempa FM.
Nipa qualified to go 512,000. Vacancies at schools they declared 520,000.
Into any challenge infrastructure and any hunting
infrastructure. Vacancies no.
Vacancies
infrastructure. Challenge is choice. Ghana I did the secondary school today. Choice. Mean to be go kada so te wa ko school nyina wo wa aka se be na be ka chebe eti Ghana you do secondary school you free Nampaduri o free Ilubu you free Aflawo you free Hamley it be choose school be person me call last year e-blocks and what chi and the can school placement akola bi ajusi
8 ni nyina.
Were
they aware?
They are aware. School choice list. Now the other year, me say feminist say. I say it's a president because she's a Ghana for Monkai swap. My dream is see Alam Refi. Onya opportunity to obesi secondary school no. I say the obesi day secondary school and I obiwa. As Ghana, 80% come boarding school. It's all a listening government. Kabesi day school. Obeko say day school omurem opa yen go round there day school be see ye wo the kromia ayeba they see a kromia say ni pentimi nkoka ntimi nkobia eda ho begwa some go round it you free tabale ko daboya bakusi fifini free bibri sisio
but say no so no about forward thinking government be out so
what you say so the day
sidometries one any more than
me say the policy so you Ghana ho and no nim profile Ghana for person go school obum person mu ko
Asempa FM
day schools
bebre afi da yesi dormitories amano o kompa ha yesi bi o drombo so yesi bi
community day schools
secondary ka ho enra obi bakusi banka lovely school quality benko o si body dormitory ka ho quality be here ebeko ene ono be ka che se bibinye ede
Ekosi say on Asempa FM.
Obi say 30% loso. Kwabi obi yan kan kro o. Enya mi na be 30% o. Abi do ba public school. At the admission category A school.
Okay.
Enya mi na be you. Na ewo ho be to e friend the catchment area. Na mom na wo ntimi ko bi here ni ba bi ntimi ko catchment area. Escafo no awuma feli ye na sadi wo ma ko catchment area. Now this is a catchment area. Now the best schools are in Cape Coast. Then collect them Cape Coast Secondary, Cape Coast Junior High School, into Cape Coast School. To be Tibia now will be also a social democrat. No, better radio. So we should cancel that 30%. We'll be one. Now would they favor Monko Amo? Unfam favor here for Ukroma. You buy them big 30%. You know, I'm saying in the catchment area, in the catchment area, China. After all, school near public school.
Yes.
Eti Ghana ni bia ba wakotire krase untire krase dan unim de meke do kwankra be fa twa akonya nsua dum anya bia dware kwa be namfo abenya school di bi akọ asua de sakura de board ho de ye mboa no do tuti ko school papa de bi 2017 ye ba abai mu imani 4-year publication said the best schools have been left for the elite. And see, I 30%. Near changing the here for Kobia. Imani for Saturday, the Ama here for school. Kosi Koda.
Imani for Akasa.
And Saturday, Wednesday, we station Bakodawa. Koboneti, Saturday. News for Koboneti. Yeah, they am straight. Ghana for and Obi catch president or see a ninka. 2017 January or publication. We see elite schools no. Which is the 55 top schools. Escafo pedeko near destroy public education. And then you change 30% that your public school formula. Most of the day, Obi be crowd consider. You know Obi always capedenko. Obi cano. You cannot radio so. Ghana ni. It's disgraceful. You enjoy Nescafo pedeko school. Oh, person tell him no child is sick. No, then back to Dubai. Don't make a home. Then the mabesa see you also. On person creating opportunity for hearing. And that I never call that Luchi when we are so no. Because your baby Ghana you know. Until cry you overseas. Oh, you have opportunity to go to school. Oh, you have opportunity to go to school. And you want independence
avenue. See saying on a
center no. So be the problem omra. Beboa. You be. I didn't the yes sir. You say you perceive Ghana for wo makọ ho kirem ne aboa wo mu. Obi so the popodi ni bi so say me fa 20 cities 50 cities bankrofo. Mo ko tia na mo mu ni. Eni etware.
In general in trashing ni na na fake.
Na be a fake.
Omo e collapse ye no.
Yes, na be a fake.
En kolan keten no.
Now I didn't know they are keten dey back because we busa. I didn't know so they are keten.
I saw a school.
Wait a school. See, I may buy. Obi, minimum pa, wa better my office. And me buy we in school. Miss Witis up and I'm kuku. I didn't have any school. But she now money be. No, so Obo Casano. Odu dia obi yama. Obey result slip. Only the placement form that. Because Uji been pretty placement form when you school.
Okay.
So
yeah.
It's the normal issue directives that Obi Oba solution center be offer the placement form umra. But if we say,
you could see,
check your results. Now go check your placer. So, where you automatic placement? Now, site no, do cost safe placement. Now, grade the no. Say if I say between 13 and 18, schools there I that category 13 and 18.
Now, will pop up.
Now, it shows up a board in an hour per day. Now we what you see. Now, it show program. I was school. Now what you see. Now Busa say confirm. No me so. And so na be your pretty placement for. At the age we go bass obi kuta placement for ba on your school. Obi so tia say. Tie say Oba solution center ho for placement for bra. Ofa Oba dey no edi ko. Me catch your papa yi. Ko pretty placement for bra. Go for about the bra. The body better ho. The placement for independent. I'm saying pretty placement for more independent square. But be I check it, so where your place no. Why they pretty? Oh, because you go fetch I don't pretty placement from number. Well, go independent square view. And I'm saying catch me. So school never also no. And you don't know what you see. Who papa that you? I say I chose it. So papa, at this age you buy one card of crack ranch. I don't know how you are bringing it.
Saying on Asempa FM.
Akolana because secondary school on the tron and now started. The papa bano or see your money by the place. Within 5 minutes, I was going to offer placement man. I mean, what the placement from Oba? Obi do okuta placement from Munya school. And I'm can see to say 90.5% of the people have been placed in schools.
In schools. Honorable Matthew Opoku Prempeh and no aiding come see science Sony on a Minister of Education. This Uadwintra messages no Fabrain 0546 382 287 0546 382 287.
Obi.
Honorable.
Let me cast him. Schools and any choice that's about me. Yes. And Colana choose the Obope. Maybe. It usually school be Wesley girls. Nipa 510.
Vacancies are
vacancies on the double track 510. Nipa 4,990 they choose here.
as my first choice, and I say all choices.
Wesley Girls, you choose second choice. I'll be Kumasi Secondary Technical.
When
you choose you.
But it's about 37,000.
37,000. School day for the passe. 1,200.
KSTS.
The largest in the country. I didn't go for choose KSTS. Because it will crew. Some say it will crew. It can't be very far. I say Anglican school.
Yeah.
Anglican secondary school about 29,000. But no, we make a secondary school Anglican. No, be Anglican. And now say improving facilities for Anglicanity. They say Nipa 29,000 is the first choice school. It is our schools when you now Wesley Girls I buy because of double track it. I buy 2 dormitory and the rehabilitation of the classrooms. Koso. Oko Holy Child. 476. Nipa 4,500 or Oko I buy 2-story dormitory or rehabilitated classrooms. It is schools in Oko KSTS 37,000. I buy AC 18-unit classroom block and then 3-story dormitory. I buy all planning for the future, no. Here's a see school then see maybe you'll be a semi-crossing to be because a much. Then you have a catcher and say that you see schools today.
But our school dying now, because I'm on and also about boy this whole program. I saw because numbers. I saw
because
Metie pa.
Utie me say last year 8 the year ready.
Yes.
The count.
Student be anxious. In the man for be anko. They are still idling.
They were idling this year so they account. And so baby a wo baby nipa bebre wo no. I bend the nipa te no. E bi ne domi kwabenya. E bi ne kaso abako, e bi ne frafraha, e bi ne pakoso. So is there buso.
Asempa.
It's all your planning. That we are planning yeah. Utimi hu baby a ho hia wo. The whole do usika e dey e ko hye.
In the form the way to go should have been some model schools, no.
Yes. Greater Accra. And now some schools they see ya che. Na Accra nyina che dey. Unim say Accra the number of day students highest in Greater Accra than anywhere.
Yeah.
76% of the people
students
going to schools in Accra. Accra High, Laboni, Presec, Was, Accra Girls. Nyina way. E o kro free. Fa dobi kwabenya ka ho, fa frafra ka ho. Fa odogono ka ho, fa chemu ka ho. That is the planning. It is all here. Abai. Now usika ensu bibia also here. Now we are. I say utu na hwe South schools no.
You could see saying on Asempa FM.
Ubie Wesley Girls. You buy never less than 400 and now 400 and something. Ubie said Wesley Girls. Now all of a sudden, if we 400 now for the 1,000. No be Holy Child for 476 now for 900. Na nipa bebre nya school on person mo yede epe ayede akọ but say social democracy is in choice nim but we catch us say person catch us say here for so here room onim say boarding school e boy here for chairs kafo onim say dey cuz obi o ho a sebi cutlery obi be the first year secondary school obi o ho a first time o she shoe. And then the issue about food was all secondary school. We brought all bought tie. First time we bought tie at secondary school. It is all because you chat boarding school nima. Now person can tell here for them because we here next for man.
Honorable, despite in sema ya Kenya so far. Say me ya Ghana ni na me hu say ya started program be since 2005 for almost because from 2005 till now
see saying on
I hit 15 years and you roll out the CSSPS program. Now say year in year out you challenges say it means say you making progress.
And you look say just CSSPS that will kill us for country. Answer the CSSPS in Bano. Let's secondary school for year then Obi. The secondary school for a day and F. Catch me. Now headmasters in Yabi share them. No more share results do physically.
Yes.
And they are
Asempa FM.
To bet what the white offer Prempeh College second choice. Men foul. Every credit for grade 1 with distinction. Obo mo skill bit be atua, no atua because that was not pick your card. Where we and only a pay. Mumia and some of your card, Mumia Fantun said him.
No, I am not questioning.
Beba. 80 ye po. Nipa 512,000. I can say the BC channel. I cost 721 schools. No, and therefore, system that never won. Yeah. Therefore, results in the good them. Nanko for Barber selected. Whom did you see? Wesley Girls first choice 5,000. Now it was an ashim. And when you have technology, who says you can do that?
Asempa FM.
But the main culture they say LBTDU. People forget. 18,000 people because of choice chose Achimota. Whereas in any other country, of course, secondary school will be out. What you are saying is a community Achimota catchment area and the Beko Achimota school. And it's not possible in Ghana because 80% of our good schools, if we are Flower, Kosi Lubu, 1 kilometer, 2 kilometers from the sea, check and see. Vast part areas of the country need secondary schools. And that's what we create, Papa. Oba say because you war hability Koskua Kosikabili. Ghana and to Kwesi West Africa, the BNC was West Africa, Ghana, because of our choice into boarding schools. Ghana pay in our qua old school rivalry and what secondary school any university. Adija. Because Udin baby fee, your core Prempeh be fee, Brekum, if you Kumasi, or be free Kitakrachi, or be free Obusumasi, or be free in Cry, or be free Aflawo, ye nearby Prempeh College. Ye real school near Nim baby be fee. You did say you have Prempeh College. It's in there, you national science and math school.
On Asempa FM.
You don't know the tribal differences. Purposely done, constructed because of boarding system. I'll totally oppose anybody who says good boarding school or person did Tokoba Ghana. You won't know Volta Regional or Beko School of Volta Regional. Unim Shibio. Uhuninia, Unkadekasa Udimo. And so there be Nentisa. You will confer a free south to Buko School of Rungo. What is that? A big or Tamale. What is that? Because MT and Magana a cohesive unit.
The rationale behind the deployment of technology to fix this problem, no, Obiaje too. But the Americans say, "You're perfectly after 15 years."
You are not going to get the perfect system till you do certain things.
Things,
my example, Chemu Odogono, Anglican Secondary School, Drobo Secondary School. Yes. Nobody wanted to go to these
FM.
They were in the inner city. But they were run down. Right? Now it was inner city. And so now I say, I be by. Or see, you have model schools. You have the infrastructure, course schools.
On Asempa
FM. The lot of those schools. So the Ministry of Education, conference and I meet here, Subia, the Anglican Hall, Assembly Hall. You are building facilities. So they can say every district, you have building to high standards. And Kolana best start here day. I call drop secondary school, category A, because the Kofu born. That me call or here when you be because you for the currency. Or so call that president Kofu school is say the pay buso. Obia pa de pa. It your corner teachers bungalows were teacher for your baby daddy or papa be or we were in Colana call you. And now say in Colabia Chromunti 8 secondary schools there CC E blocks and brand new. Then the president could get traffic today brand new. Mumsa and Colaselo. Me I'm not teaching phone call. Because of choice. And no matter what you do, your computer system now will be banned. It cannot allocate 100%. Because for 37,000, then you see 18,000, and 5,000, then you see Wesley Girls. They can only take 500. If your computer system better than 5,000, you can question 500.
And what it means, they say year in, year out, you have problems.
That is the improvement is on the self-placement. Why choose a school up? And we have to also bring the parents into the situation. So Obane do say or choose school, you have to be involved. Otu akwale saram said the wakoka the nchia gugurem. No befia also akori obi and they will be the tire bodo if the wakobi akori obi badge. Now they don't have the nchia so. So do boko school parents and your responsibility say every time boko kubu se chakra say be bado go school no or dey there no. Ananim sade. Yenko ye parents no yenko school yenko busa ye ba se. Ni e jama teacher for e choose schools ama ye ba. The first time I hear confronting a banner and the results about what placement. Now, we say, oh, choose the not period, do ya, over excuses. I do crew. Placement for me. Yeah, now far. Our forces sector. Now, when the cars of our forces, they teach at the trove. No, I don't papa way. I'm very interested. So, school we Japade kesi ade abayi.
Ekosi saying on Asempa FM.
You see can do one day. E bi class of the Japade ye dey. O Japade ade abayi ase kesi ene oba. Eti bo ni ni oba na chida de o ye no hu. I be at my office don shiri. Ne ba do ba busa na de papa de kan de akora de kan dey different. Ne busa ba says ye nye ko chusi unim sade. Obi okọ school Cape Coast be up at this now St. Augustus and fancy pep. Holy Child, Wesley Girls.
Yes.
What do second choice school which? Ghana National.
Ghana National.
Okay.
Third Agri Memorial.
Third Agri Memorial. It is your own numbers. Because Ghana National. People say that for Ghana National 35,000 or place for only 850. You develop a 12-unit classroom block in a single dormitory.
Honorable to
it was never going to happen in the circumstance that we are. So you are developing more better facilities in our schools across the country. We will never get a situation where the kids will choose those schools.
Now, Obenya.
What's there?
Me say where the kids will choose those schools and get the
and get the schools.
Ekosi
so you start here. Obi. They said there are 721 schools.
Yeah.
They declared 520,000. But only 512,000 qualified to go to schools. Right?
Yeah.
Had full results.
Yeah.
And only 473,000 qualified to go. It's potentially there will be schools with empty places.
Yeah.
It's in a double track recreating all the schools.
Schools, yes, I get you.
Over 300 schools, a single track. About 300 and something, double track. Because of this same choice problem.
But is it possible, say honorable, to avoid the annual ritual? There be problems with the system, no? Say ebia the choice factor. Because the parents,
we educate. Yeah. The parents should get involved. Obey udim ni body. Obi kra dim ni ban school said they will perform you. Obi nim ni person will perform you. Oh, junior high school.
Yes.
The answer will see the battle school no kujum. Na obeba na akula no driver akofa akula no kufi.
Yes.
Na akodidi. Eti akula no kro onim the performance. Akula na what you see Wesley Girls.
Ekosi saying on Asempa
FM. Ba me. O say the offer say they also dey call Wesley Girls. Wakoto the work shop nu. Wakoto the one share dem na nsa onidi. Na say frɛ akula no mama. And no fra akula. First question busa akula say, "O reason was there unya no. E bet you do work Wesley Girls." I said no uncle. I was the gender that usu. I said but Wesley Girls was my dream school. Akula na nim say o tibi nko. And I said what can I do for you? Uncle, find me a good school. The papa uncle busa the chinda akula na fill the form. And the papa offered 25 times a day. It's quite bad. I mean, ko yiri na me fa about it.
Na me fa obanenko.
We want how could the teacher adifa fa pem ne papa. It's our sword the papa. Can you make just say akolawi Wesley Girls there nana emande fa ho.
Because onya grade now they be.
Onya grade now they be kokodo. Me boss school be the second one can say be compare. Be bon offer school year wa do to ya.
Yeah.
Ke bi akobinya. The parents should get involved. and know their kids' ability for the schools they are competing.
Honorable, my main kind messages, Kaka. There are some other issues in the sector. What's the FNE and Como? My kind messages, Kaka. Na fe ya twaso ekosi saying Sony. Ewa sempa 94.7 FM. Midi your say bonsu. Many Honorable Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, Minister of Education and Aiding Como. We Efri Julius Agahoa and Tahiro Moa Sawas. You see Obi. The truth is that the GES and NAPO can't fix 1.2 million people into 578 schools. Okay, the schools are more than 721 actually. They got away with it in 2017 because it was only the first year that got choked. 2018, they had to implement double track. What's the plan for 2019? Frustrate the kids and parents and manage the media. These are some of the reasons why they closed the so-called NDC and then media houses. Okay, and I'll say hashtag 2020 change the bar change. Charlie, I'm on for so the opinions be about.
Wow, will be did okay. From the hobby.
Yeah, was it 2017? Now you one level into managing.
Obi schools are changing. And young people from one change your mouth.
Yeah, but but is there no sense in the point to make it say in 2017 one stream just form one and then you free enjoy free senior high into mutimi manage 2018 about two streams. Hold on,
2018
about two streams, so you have to introduce double track. 2019 or some strategy then to keep up with the numbers.
No be me yeah press conference and kind strategy say Colorado Coast school the new Nicola Ejo secondary school 473 now. So when it's higher than any time that the NDC was in power. Their largest number of the starting school was less than 310,000. And the movie 3 years now school fees 22% are falling out. I said, ready. NDC never know to be here. Kasa because of politics. You speak Kasa school. Because Our progressive free SHS for TCDs 2 years ago to be anti other. Wemu, be something for me crack. Share this is a okra, be crack. If I share this is a. I confirm that Obuko Burkina Faso or Etibe. Obi the America acquire. Just they continue 207. That's what I'm working at.
Honorable Larry Dogo.
NDC for and then I'm deba. That be Madam in a fatu baby. Obu handing over those.
Larry Dogbe said, following his logic, no government should build new schools. Existing schools should just be expanded with additional buildings, whether there are lands or not. His choice, his choice of words and general posturing is amazing. Saying the kids and parents who are collapsing and being rushed to hospitals in ambulances are faking it is very It's very disappointing and disrespectful to the ambulance service staff who are trained paramedics to know who is pretending. Napo is a medical doctor.
Answer the fact that NDC, including his own party, asked people to go and cause that problem.
But that is an allegation you are making.
Yes, what he's saying is the allegation he's making. Or whatever, or the posture, or whatever.
Say be your show with Facebook.
Oh, Kabimano. So many of the original.
No, me say ABR.
Oh, many of the original. On this matter.
So there are some other messages. Okay, this one says, why is the Solution Center only in Accra and yet any Accra where they can Akahwasem. Thank you nonetheless. Nana Kwesi Kumsin. We say Obi, good afternoon. Tell Honorable that
Asempa FM.
The propaganda is too much and it's just not working anymore. Tell him people fainted yesterday and that's the absolute truth. The ad hoc projects are simply too much. The NPP government lacks planning and that is why we are where we are today. They have failed woefully and they should prepare to admit defeat come 2020. Please ask Honorable, when are they going to post teachers who passed their licencia exams? Eric Tetefroku. Yeah, and I think a message will be brief.
But since when did NDC talk well about teachers or think well about teachers? Mami, under John Mama's rule. I did about teachers and papa. Come here. NDC has no moral right to talk about teachers.
Ewo kwan ben so.
Omo employ teachers, omo employ no, omo 3 months pay policy. You buy na billions of arrears. Omo so buntua. Teacher did not call ye adwuma 8 months, 9 months no. Or say 3 months pay the betua. A responsible government came to pay the teachers. Why the teacher training allowance? Even for the teachers in self-upgrading, you're improving from diploma to degree. You restore teacher training allowance. We have employed up by the end of September. We have employed 65,000 teachers. Has NDC got any moral right to talk about teachers?
But I'm on a year conversion of training colleges into colleges of education. It happened under them.
It happened in what way? In what way? What were the colleges doing? Before the colleges, they were doing diplomas.
No, but almost started process. You cannot
the process.
Discount almost
degree. Diploma for the Kradamu employment. Omo employment, 3 months. Most of the allowance. And I said, look at Yabaka said, allowance the bit. Your mama was your book.
O kind of way.
Oh, are they? Follow no.
Asempa FM.
Follow no. Fair such as cross your bitch.
Wakaso betwem.
Oso betwem masa yen ka dokre.
John Mahama.
After that no cause say no ade. Kumase pole. Sa after the wati ase. Oh, ye fa dokre emu oman. Ye fi say the bibi pie twantro e de dada obi a. De bi nim ye no. Me buy medical to ade the assembly see ye no. Director General of Ghana Education Service and conform breaching into the self-placement.
Yes.
Oh, yes, statement. Why? One kind of crunch Ghana for. The end year hiding. The end year hiding. Yeah, restore the catch Ghana for. You're not reason why Oma breach the bar, no, Omu place you no. Why we cancel it? We get sure say Ubia Audrey vote because asa. Na ye bonga waso say NDC for our employ a graduate teacher in 4 years. I there sumu 4 years have the right to talk about favoring even education. They don't understand.
Inti for teachers are passing license and when are they going to be recruited?
They've got the financial clearance. We've got the financial clearance. GS has advertised. So I don't know what you are talking about.
Oh, GS
advert. So yes. And everybody will free diploma training institution. One passing the national service.
Yeah.
Why the licenses are so one passing. I will need receipt to school. Women employed.
Okay. Why? Is this because many messages will be from teachers?
You see, deputy director generally. Uploaded for the last 2 years. Who upload certificates in
Yes.
And they are doing it.
Because why would they now be sending messages?
Well, you have messages in French for. What is your big can be kept?
My mentor some kind messages like Kanafe, share other issues where he say, "Good afternoon. I sincerely wish many issues can be discussed without any insinuation and reference to the former government officials, especially the former head of state, John Mahama, uncle in Takrade. They are no Ediaba.
Okay, no more John Mahama tweety.
O tweety efa eden.
No more be
We say, Obi, the NDC are even enjoying the free SHS than we, the NPP. My junior brother got aggregate 10, but did not get any of his preferred schools, and now trying to do self-placement. But they always rubbish the policy at any given time. Ghana, George Quatten, Ewo, Adenta. We say, Obi, good afternoon. We know there are challenges with the computerized placement of students, but the people of Ghana must give the government some credit for the speed with which it's addressing the challenges. There are challenges, yes, but I am not sure the government is sleeping. Good afternoon to Champion Napo and Educhum. Obihu keka ewe kropon ono de ode abre any. Okay, this one says that Obi tell Honorable Napo that no forward-looking government will build a secondary school in the center of a town. Almost all secondary schools were built at the outskirts of towns, including Achimota School at the time it was built. NDC didn't bus anybody to the Black Star Square. It is never true that President Mahama said he would cancel the free senior high school. Fred Agbenyo, they
are building out of town.
Schools, man.
You are building inside town. You block the CW coming They are outside town. E-block is Sikaswa, they are outside town. E-block that is see Frafa, they are outside town. Yeah.
We say the issue at hand is multifaceted. The affected parents cannot purge themselves of this nemesis. Some parents do not even take the trouble to check the strength of their kids vis-a-vis the schools and courses they choose. Obi, for me, the simple solution to this perennial problem of school placement in our senior high schools is that government should consider upgrading at least 2 schools in the various districts to the standard of a first-class school to meet the status of the Achimotes and the Infantipems. After that has been done, GES must make it compulsory for pupils to choose those first-class schools as their first choices within their catchment area. That would at least reduce the unnecessary pressure we are seeing today. You would agree with me that no parent would want their children to attend a village school. Check the number of enrollment in Mohammed's E-blocks, which were predominantly built in forest areas. Say Obama.
Example. The first secondary school be JEA Mill Secondary School Central.
Yeah, the Ogomo Utwam.
Yeah, you see, the headmaster be your friend Lovey.
Yeah.
Nanipa 435 no. Yeah, this school the friend some like 35.
I can't 35.
35.
Ewo Ogomo Utwam ho.
Go check it.
Hey.
That a good.
Say student in Koho. And I said they
went to be on sustained school.
Na say no no was sustained school.
And one was on the Colako school. You see, you can't attack the government from both sides. And the headmaster didn't Colado. And the Aguay didn't Colado. And Colana and Echo. And Colana could choose school when you are not for you blame by and I blame.
Honorable, we say a free senior high school which has denied over 200,000 student access to the school since it started 2017 and has also brought so much suffering and disappointment to parents and their ward. Is this what Honorable Minister says we should commend government for? Until we get serious as a country and face realities, these problems in our education will be with us for long. Charles Nyame was Okay. We say, Obi, ask the minister about some of the students who had their results withheld. What happens to us? We want to be in school too. I am Kwame in Accra. Withheld result. Nipa question.
Why initially?
Yes.
With only 5,000 results. By the time I placement, number releasing nearly 3,000 of them. I cut 1,600 results of releasing. Now, certainly, fault from time immemorial, you can see whole school's results.
Yes.
Because you're saying Kobuki, now Kobuki. Says as the trip.
For them, no, what happens? One person at Trubio
you try results about only incomplete results.
You have to write again. Okay. Well, he said 3 years in a row.
But again, before I finish, in 2017, the president gave an order we are following.
Okay.
Obia Ofeli English, nya maths, the placement, or right to go back to the school for another year for free.
Or no any school?
No, school no coin for another year for free.
Oh, really?
Yes. Or years I'll stay with chairman.
And that's a way it's news to some of us.
Oh, last year they announced it. We are continuing.
Okay. Well, it's 3 years in a row and calamity befalls this placement system every single year. Instead of the NPP to accept their incompetence and seek for stakeholders' opinion, they are in a denial and messing up with parents and our future generation. Hello, NPP. Your way cannot always be right.
Obi.
Be humble and seek for help. Tai in Finland. And former president are calling for such stakeholders. Are there namonye?
Stakeholders meeting between why and why. Ghana Education Service for the whole Ghana Education Service Council. Stakeholders.
Yes.
They manage CSSPS. CHAS, a subsidiary of Ghana Education Service. I maintain a bit stakeholders. That's why I can't give an answer. But what I'm saying is that stakeholders have never managed the CSSPS since Kufuor's time.
No, but not just CSSPS. I think what the former president is calling for. No?
Former president.
Mahama Semna making.
In 4 years of his reign, the stakeholder meeting bed of Can we share?
So with that experience,
I to our first stakeholders. And they also Okasako beats me in Kebbi, so a former president. And on the guy. It's a stakeholder on the president role is the president Kufo, carry President Kufado. President Muhammad on the Kayu, or say how dare you so no president or can some schoolboy head prefect crowd you be that. Or better key advice a free rollers they Kufo because at least one president that. It is stakeholders conference. It's a Muhammad or the one the bay.
I say criticism for criticizing your difference. I would G amount for drink.
Yeah, G amount for
perfect the system
in almost all ways. That is the reason why last year you improved the system. No, this year you are placing 90% of the students as we speak. Which system? And that from 2005, they see they are better. Mekacho said last year, independence of an independence square.
Yeah.
The ACNC, because encrophobia, the dream body phobia, the people flow to cause problems.
But I will say it without any shred of evidence. No evidence.
Mekacho said, Opoku said, Kubuso by the way.
Because the honorable minister is making
I'm
a
telling you,
allegation.
I'm not, it's just an allegation. Boss numbers.
And you're where?
They beat me. Say you'll pay any.
Yes, I will cut too much.
See saying on a
village they chill. Waba. Uchaba no ujina.
Oh no, not me person me busa. Yeah, or no then the question there but I'm person
questions. I want to go for control questions but that's how we busa.
No problem. Me busa say me honorable. Enra yen na ye hu de e CEO independence ko
obi
no say me musa a question no me musa question no enti say nipa ne bo pay so sa no because there was a stampede was there no way and bit mama aye dignifying kakra say because aye gidi do no
CSSP for the koye gidi no be patrol be so
no.
Tell the independent chief so police for
yes.
So be ending like
yes.
Tell the who did the police for them. I don't know who chief so.
But it is more dignifying today with the same numbers possibly.
Because among more by here no who tie police. Because you said nra the paboni for be frame one e be on Jimendi. Last year I just say and you say
Asempa FM.
Me say I mean me kind the actual obi me kind can be this me year so me year. But we can't take a natural. The Nkrofobi send the command callers. So kind check on of.
You could see saying on Asempa FM.
Yeah, that's some be ha. Sase enti ya hu. Ya just say ya next away. See the trend send the be within natural. I say first one. I say the focus all radio so e dey focus. Although the placements to NDC communicators, although the placements have been 75% to 80% successful, what took place yesterday has derailed the gains, and that should be our main point. The blame should be at the doorsteps of the Ministry of Education for failing to supervise the placement process well. Western and northern areas communicators are to hit hard at the ministry. Greater Accra and Ashanti are to talk about the placement secretariat. Further directives will be issued at the appropriate time. But
sir, this is something you could have written.
Jamin Shabi, I'm sure. Please, if we have this couple, are you going to Asempa today? Someone start the advert.
Yes.
Doctor, yesterday, some of the people who are the independent squad, about 50% were passed by JDM. The agenda is to use it and see if they can let people go to forget about the issue in Kumasi.
Honorable says, Wabo Bidin. Wabo Bidin, not just it's a specific allegation at somebody. It will take you on, you can prove it.
No matter what will take you on. Now, honestly, be true. Be sure. I don't know about the big crowd here now, you know.
My main kind messages way. Obi.
Now you answer your question, Bobby.
Obi busan the question.
Now, the stage the program di.
Dabi any program. Me and me man.
So program you are.
Yeah, program.
Opa on fair be na me no because you.
Obi, I am Theophilus. Please ask the minister for me. When are newly trained teachers going to be posted? Okay, since we've done the online registration already, we say, tell Napo if the ministry is too hot for him, he should resign than to be blaming Mahama all the time. Nakote from K to South. Eddie and thank you, Honorable Napo. Communication. Sir, allow. Obi, please ask him about the issue at Infantepim over the weekend, and also if it's true their system was hacked that led to the wrongful placement. Nanaya Wusu appear acoustic or airport residential. I think the minister has spoken to that. We say Christopher from New York. My nephew has been placed at Konongo Dumase, and she went there, and her name
who placed the nephew at Konongo Dumase?
And CSSPS.
Also okay.
Of course, we choose the place. And he say the school gave her a form to fill out. After that, she said she was told to bring all then she needs, and she bought them and gave her dormitory. Blah blah blah. Hey, Christopher, New York, your message is not very clear. We say, Obi, why won't the minister resign over what's happening? Emmanuel Amabel, Presec in Medina.
They've been more proud of you.
Saudi Jumane Beto.
Your demand, friend, in there. Say, you want or the man in the mean to be in very better.
But because elsewhere in other countries, said you see Independence Square this year, some people resign.
Idea over 50 years, and the best year
this year, the best year.
Yes, in placements. Obunchemi, year cry. 1 week after placement, 90% of the students have been placed in school. Let Ubia, so friends say if Ubia tab watching.
Yeah.
Because I said no places. How many times are not in the ranks?
Ekosi saying Sunehaya Sempa FM 43 minutes after 3. Honorable Matthew Opoku Prempeh was studio. How we say? Okay. Let me see. Let me read some few. We say, good afternoon, Obi. The current pictures from the Independence Square indicate that the place is calm and collected now. The question then is, what has really changed? Clearly, as the Honorable Minister Napo said, yesterday's placement Buhaha was somewhat staged by some diabolic element to create a bad impression. Indeed, I would choose expanding current educational systems over building new but limited schools in inaccessible areas. At least I am a proud beneficiary of Kufuor's government's model school concept. The Anglican Secondary School Supercars in Kumasi, Kweku Jesse, speaks for the one district, one factory secretariat. Okay, Paul De Suso, Massachusetts in the US of A. Or say, Obi, is Honorable Opoku Prempeh saying that there are people who are behind and engineering those parents to just make his ministry look bad? Obi, tell the minister to take Ghanaians a bit serious and give some respect to those parents who are doing what every parent will do to get the awards placed in a secondary school. It's sad to be hearing the minister. They're doing propaganda instead of him taking total responsibility and address the difficulties that have arisen. Thank you. Thank you to Paul De Suso. Okay.
Other than anybody move us. Man can say, Obia Dinia, some Sadam Kai.
Osi Ebinom. We say, please, this is my question. Ask the minister. Is he trying to separate senior members of the public universities? This is because all governments used to negotiate with joint senior members. Thus, UTAG and then GAUA. But Honorable Napo has negotiated with only UTAG, and there is agitation in the universities. He seems to give ears to the lecturers more than the other staff of the university community. I've stopped listening to radio, but I'll listen to him today.
Obi, the credit say Ubiani government negotiate. Ubiako fair wages and salaries. And they could negotiate. So we are invited
as a ministry. And a fair wages and so you tag in Kwan and negotiate.
And if you tag the deal master alcohol. In fact, so we can clear under President Kufuor we had last negotiation. It was UTAG alone that negotiated. This time round, UTAG they did propose alcohol for negotiating. In fact, we have a joint permanent negotiating team of all unions. They are buying share over 12% increment. Yes. All the unions, UTAG, TEWU, everybody is part of the joint because of the single spy salary structure. That is a permanent negotiation table. What has it got to do with the ministry? How does it got to do with the ministry? The UTAG went to negotiate on some allowances that their members have. And they went to fair wages. So if there is a body that has a mandate to negotiate for its staff, I thought that's what unionism is about. Where should they go? They don't even have to come to my ministry. Since we set up the fair wages and salary commission, you don't have to come to my ministry to negotiate your salary or your remuneration or your conditions of service.
Honorable, and I believe Sir Nipane 8, he's satisfied with the response. I am not too familiar with the more issues, but I hope so. Or you're satisfied. Honorable, KNUST now overhaul being. Honorable, na pomabusa wasemo.
Only
yeah, me say KNUST now or Conti.
Yes.
Unim say ya jail membership a few nsem.
Be university membership NDA.
In the one alumnus.
We are alumnus of KNUST.
That's how we are a hall, proud member of that hall.
I'll always be a proud member for my time I spent in the hall.
After school, no, you are no longer.
I've never been into any Conti meeting or anything. Because maybe I believe it's a bit sour.
In the Omagas where you were free man, how?
Everyone.
But in that statement that we issue, now when him say 3 halls, now they were at the center of the controversy. Why did he only single out Katanga?
There was a problem, and the government addressed a problem. All those that were arrested, all those who were planning, all those who were from Katanga. So government made its point to the university councils, not government that decides. That we disagree with the whole conversion policy. Read the letter. And we cited other halls in other universities that are single-sex halls. Maybe people should read the letter well. But something had precipitated the letter.
And that letter was to address a specific problem.
That was referred to the university council that look at your conversion policy.
And the intent was not just to fix Katanga, but all the other.
I don't know how people read the letters, so I can't tell. But
no, the
members of the university council who contacted me are all in one mind. That's a
conversion
policy. Because I'm there, Katanga at the university council. What's the difference? How are you going to do that? And you addressed an issue through a policy that a group has risen against the policy.
Yes.
You have to use that group to go back to the policy and say, this policy is not working. So the people who put the policy together. Government's position is that we have a review of your policy. I just want to tell you.
Yes.
Say, because they both in any university order, so one can. So to the business.
Yes.
Your boreholes were University of Ghana, and your boreholes were University of Cape Coast. What did the person say?
Oka on live radio say we a school na we break ties with the hall.
You say that. Oh no, you see words.
Now can they?
You see again.
What's we a school na onya member be of Conti. And I mean a man tin
repeat it. Odo bohobio. Meka. De bo. Meka. But you can't. Person can't say Shamado. But chat I be the show. Now we don't name so this out.
Now say then.
But see, we school and be free continental.
Yes.
Be free Unity Hall.
Yes.
Be free Unity Hall 2 years before I left. Because Vaco Hall, was Confarachi.
Okay.
Yeah. Be an old student also. Be an old person also Vaco Hall as well. That's what I said. But more importantly, I'm an alumni, not of a hall, of a university.
Of a university.